Hey there, it's Leona. Welcome to Zen Mindfulness Shodo. Today, we're gonna practice Shodo meditation while focusing on the Kanji character for 8. So, let's begin our beautiful journey together. When you write a character, imagine a square about the size of the character that you are gonna write like this. First, I'm gonna write it. Then I'm gonna explain the points and tips for writing the character beautifully in detail. Let's start the explanation. The first stroke begins from a point slightly lower than the center point of the top left square. After briefly pausing at the starting point, draw downwards at an angle of about 45 to 60 degrees, gradually thinning the line as it curves down and scoops to the bottom left. The length should be such that the part below the middle horizontal line appears slightly longer than the part above it. This positioning will create a good balance with the second stroke. Instead of drawing with the same pressure and thickness throughout, make sure to sweep properly, gradually thinning the line. This contrast between the thick upper part and the thin lower part will make it look more beautiful. For the second stroke, start from a point a little bit above and to the right of the first stroke's starting point. After starting, move the pen slightly to the right, about the width of the pen tip. Then draw downwards at about a 45-degree angle, with a very slight upward curve, moving towards the bottom right. Draw until you reach about the same height as the end point of the first stroke. Pause for a second, then lift the pen relatively quickly while checking to the right, gradually thinning the line. I made this part quite short, but for example, you can make the beginning horizontal part a bit longer like this, if you prefer. It's fine to write it either way. If the angle of the second stroke is too vertical, it won't look as nice. So about 45 degrees is appropriate in my opinion. Also, if the line curves down too much as it moves to the bottom right, this space becomes too narrow and doesn't look as good. Of course, it shouldn't curve upwards too much like this either. It's close to a straight line, but while writing, I slightly curve it upwards as it moves to the bottom right. This makes it appear almost straight, but with a slight softness, expressing a warmth unique to handwriting. If you write completely straight as if using a ruler, it looks too much like printed or typed text and doesn't express the beauty of handwriting well. So, although it might not be very noticeable, why not try practicing while paying attention to these points and tips? The key points and tips for writing kanji beautifully, as explained in the video, are concisely summarized in this book. Additionally, easily understandable Zen mindsets and philosophical messages are shared in this book. For those who want to practice writing directly in this book, I've also prepared a workbook. The writing tips and techniques are the same as in the Zen Mindfulness Shodo book. Each character can be practiced over 3 pages. If you're interested, please see the description. I'm gonna practice 1 page of this workbook this time, but you're welcome to practice as much as you want. If you're practicing with a pen, I recommend that you place a few pieces of paper under the page that you're writing on, so that the ink doesn't bleed onto the page under it. Alright, let's get started.